What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. And it looks like the Democrats have gone crazy, buck wild with subpoenas. Yep, they're throwing them out there like candy, just straight up standing on the corner. As kids walk by. Hey, kid, come over here. I got a subpoena for you. You want one? Opening up the jacket, showing them. Got subpoenas here, selling them like drugs. They want everything from the president and anybody surrounding the president. So now they want his tax returns, and they're going after him big time, which would set such a dangerous precedent where you just say, you know what, we're going to weaponize the IRS and we're going to abuse every bit of power that we have, like kids with superpowers. Kids won't be able to control it. They're not going to be, doing justice with Superman's power. Imagine if you give a 3-year-old superpowers. Do you think they're going to be asking nicely for stuff? Do you think they're going to go to bed when mom says it's time to go nappy? No. They're going to say, Mom, don't make me burn you up with my supervision. And if you don't give me that block in the playpen, I'm going to go ahead and freeze you with my super breath. All of those things. They would abuse it, just like the Democrats are doing. I knew this. When they got power in the House, I said to myself, they're going to act like kids with superpowers. That's all they are. Big, fat kids with superpowers. And so now they want to go after president's taxes because they just want to do oversight. Now, here's the bad part about it. We all know what's going to happen if they get their hands on those taxes, and this is why the president isn't going to do it. For the simple fact, the Democrats' goal is to find something to make the president look bad. Now, if they get those taxes, they know it's illegal to leak those to the public, but lo and behold, I guarantee that they will leak them. Soon as they get them, it'll be like, thank you, here you go, CNN, put those up. They would leak those so quick. It would be like soon as you get your paycheck and you got to pay a bill and you don't even see the money. Yeah, go to the bank, I'm gonna need to take out $700. Is there any particular way you want that back? It doesn't matter. Put it in an envelope because it's just going from my hand right to the next person's hand. That's exactly what would happen if they got those tax returns. And yet they want us to believe they would guard them with their life. No, I mean, all we want to do is make sure the IRS is treating the president fairly and doing it just like they would do anybody else. And if he doesn't, this right here is a constitutional crisis, and we're going to have to pass legislation that's going to muscle him, force him to have to give up his taxes. Now, if this isn't a authoritative, type of move, what is? And they're always talking about an abuse of power and a constitutional crisis. Go ahead and set that precedent. Next Democrat, which I hope never gets into office, what's to keep the Republicans from playing those silly games? Well, we want to see your taxes too. Medical records, childhood education. We want to see all the shot records. Can we see, were you vaccinated? Were you circumcised? We want to know all that stuff. Yeah, give us all the intel so we can use that as oppositional research. So, once again, we got a party of kids with power. That's all they are. Whole bunch of kids with power that they don't know what to do with. One thing they're not doing with their power is legislating. They're wasting all their power on chasing around Donald Trump and anybody that's connected to him because they don't have any legislation to even put up. They don't know what they're going to do. Yeah, every once in a while we do mention that the people need stuff, the medical care, they need that. Green Deal, that's bad. We need global warming, reparations. Okay, what else? Throw something else out. Donald Trump's a racist, sexist. And Adam Schiff got on TV today talking about how we can't let Donald Trump win because all he does is divide us. That's what he does. And I'm thinking to myself, you got to be kidding me. Do you know how further along our country would be without the Democrats pushing Russia collusion, blocking reform, healthcare reform, blocking immigration reform, blocking signing this new North American trade deal with Mexico and Canada, blocking all of these things that could help Americans out? Do you know how further along we would be? Do you know how non-divided we would be if we didn't turn on the boob tube every day and hear 24 hours a day, Donald Trump's a racist, sexist, homophobe, xenophobe, hates all blacks, Jews, Mexicans, Latinos, Asians, women, and all of these things? Do you think everybody would be so hostile right now if they weren't getting a steady diet every single day You are what you eat, man. And when the media is feeding people nothing but disinformation and anger and hate and false narratives, what do you think that's going to do? You think that's going to create a peaceful environment? Do you think that they're all going to say, you know what, we all need to stick together? They're going to look at anybody who supports Trump as the enemy based on what their interpretation of Trump is. Who's doing that? Who's painting Trump out to be full-blown Mr. Grinch? He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch. The liberal media and the Democrats. So who's really divisive? It is amazing the projection that they have. Just straight projection every single day. Let's throw on him what we are really about and what we're really doing. So they are the ones creating the division. Russia, nah, they're not a problem. They're sitting back laughing. They're like, look at these stupid Americans just eating themselves to pieces because they want power. That's all it comes down to. So, yeah, so here we have it, y'all. We got a whole bunch of kids with superpowers, and they're abusing it. They don't know how to act. They're like, how can we use this for evil and to get our way? Because we're selfish, immature, and all we want is power. That is it. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. And what do you have to do when you have somebody who's abusing power? Take it away from them. So in 2020, they need to get it taken away. Snatch the rug right out from under their feet. And I'm talking so fast, they slip back and bust their heads wide open to the white meat. Yeah, and I'm going to sit back and laugh. Oh, guess what? When they lose in 2020, see, Adam Schiff was talking about that. Oh, we're going to get him out of there in 2020. We can't. There's no way we can take another 4 years of this type of division and rhetoric. Can you imagine what's going to happen when they lose in 2020? They're immediately going to go to, we knew it. We knew half of America was racist. I mean, this right here shows how much that America hasn't changed in the last 60, 70, 100 years. They're all still white nationalists, and they're all still racist, and they're all still all of that crap. It's going to be on a whole nother level. But, of course, I'm going to get my cup ready for all the liberal tears. I'm just going to be going around like that. Let's go ahead and fill that up. Oh, that's good. Yeah, thank you. Next. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Go ahead and fill up my cup with liberal tears. So anyway, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Let's get these kids out of power. Okay, that's all they're doing. They're messing up the whole program. Whole bunch of kids. If you go up to Capitol Hill right now and you open the door where the Democrats are having their meeting, you will see nothing but a whole bunch of kids running around in diapers, playing, throwing stuff, silly putty, sniffing glue, you know, all kind of stuff, eating boogers, you know, stuff the kids do. Yeah, because they're not adults. They're not in there saying, hey, how can we go ahead and change these laws and get the border together? Because that's a major problem we need to work on. How can we look at infrastructure, get that passed, put some money towards that? No, they're not talking about that. They're sitting in there talking about how can we get Trump's tax returns? How can we go ahead and mess around and get Barr out of here before he find out how corrupt the FBI leaders were and all that stuff? How can we do that? Yeah, snickering. That's what they're about, just straight kids. All right, check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30. Live in Kevin's Corner on YouTube, also my radio blog talk show. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like something, click on it, put my name in the promo code, you get a 20% discount. If you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom to do that as well. And find me on Facebook and the Twitter, and we'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner. God bless.